For each problem below, find an equation of the line with the given information. Number 1 says slope equals -3 and y-intercept equals 5. For all of these problems, we're going to be doing y equals mx plus b. So when they say the slope is equal to -3, that is our m, and the y-intercept being 5, that is our b. So our equation is going to be y equals -3x plus 5. So we did not have to find any information out on that problem. We just had to fill it in. Number 2, m equals -2, and the line passes through the point 5, 7. So we're going to label the 5 and the 7 as our x and our y. Then we're going to write y equals mx plus b, and then fill in the information that they gave us. So y is 7, and then equals the m they told us was -2, times the x value is 5, plus b, and we'll be solving for b. So now we're going to have 7 equals -2 times 5 is -10, plus b. To get rid of -10, we're going to add 10. So we'll get b is equal to 17. So my equation is going to be y equals, my m again was 2, so 2x, and then plus my b, so plus 17. Number 3, they ask us to find, again, the equation of the line. We need the m and the b. I notice right now the b is right here. The b is at 2. And then if we just count the slope, remember the slope is going to be rise over run. So if I count the rise, this goes up 1, and it goes over 2. So my rise over run is going to be 1/2. So my slope's 1/2. So my equation is going to be y equals 1/2 x plus 2. I could have also, if you wanted to work this a different way, we could have written 2 points. We could have done the point 0, 2 is on the line, and the point 2, 3 is on the line. So we could have done it, did I do that right? Yeah, we could have done it that way as well. Okay, number 4, the line passes through 5, -3, and 7, 9. Right, the first thing that we need to do is find the slope. So we are going to take the y values. So we'll do 9 minus -3 over 7 minus 5. So this will become 12, and then 7 minus 5 is 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6, so that is our m. All right, and now we get to pick one of the points. I think I'll pick the point that doesn't have any negatives, so this is our x, this is our y. So y equals mx plus b. If you chose a different point, that's fine. You should get the same b when we're done. So my y value is 9, my m is 6, my x is 7, and then plus b. Now we'll work it out. 9 equals 6 times 7 is 42 plus b. I will then subtract 42 from both sides, and I will get b is equal to -33. Okay, so my equation is going to be y equals 6x, because 6 was my slope again, minus 33. All right, number 5, we have f of -4 equals 2, and f of 6 equals -3. If you remember, we want to write these as points. So f of -4 equals 2 really is the point -4, 2, and f of 6 equals -3 is the point 6, -3. Now we're going to work it exactly how we worked problem number 4. So we're going to find our slope first. So y value minus y value, so -3 minus 2 over 6 minus -4, and that will end us giving us -5 over 10, and that reduces to -1/2, so that is our slope. Okay, it doesn't really matter which point we pick, they both have negatives. I'll just pick the first point, so x, y, we'll have y equals mx plus b. My y is 2, my m is -1/2, my x is -4 plus b. So now I'll have 2 equals -1/2 times -4 is equal to 2 plus b. If I subtract 2 from both sides, I will get b is equal to 0. So the equation of my line is going to be y equals -1/2 x plus 0, which we could rewrite as y equals -1/2 x. All right, number 6. Again, we have a line that goes through 2 points, and they actually show me what the points are. So although you could do rise over run on this one, I think it's going to be easier just to write down the points. So we have the point 2, 5, and we have the point -2, -7. And now I'm going to work it exactly how we worked number 4 and 5. I'm going to find the slope first. So we'll take our y minus our y, so we'll have -7 minus 5, and then over -2 minus 2. -7 minus 5 is -12. -2 minus 2 is -4. -12 divided by -4 is 3. So that's my slope. And I'm going to pick the point 25, I think. So x, y equals mx plus b. My y value is 5, my m is 3, my x is 2, plus b, and I'm just going to keep working it out here. 5 equals 3 times 2 is 6, plus b. Now subtract 6 from both sides, and I'll get b equals negative 1. So now I'm just ready to write my equation. I'll have y equals, my m was 3 again, so 3x, and then my b is negative 1, so it'll be 3x minus 1. Okay, problem 7. If the data in the table is linear, write a linear equation. If the data in the table does not represent linear data, explain why it is not. So remember, we just have to make sure that the x's and the y's are following a pattern. If you'll look at the x's, they're all going up by 1s, so they are following the pattern, so that's good. And then we just need to check the y's to get from 10 to 7. That would be minus 3. 7 minus 3 is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. So the data is linear, so that's good. So now we can write an equation. And remember, when we write an equation, we just need to pick 2 points. So I'm just going to pick the easiest ones. I'm going to pick 0, 7, and then I'm going to pick 2, 1. It doesn't matter which 2 you pick. So we have 0, 7, and 2, 1. And so now let's go ahead and find that slope. This time I'm going to start with the first one. So we're going to have 7 minus 1, and then we'll have 0 minus 2. Notice I'm taking the y values and subtracting them in the x values. So 7 minus 1 is 6. 0 minus 2 is negative 2. 6 divided by negative 2 is negative 3. So that's my slope. Now, we've got 2 options here. We have y equals mx plus b, of course. I know my slope is negative 3. And if you remember, as long as the x has a 0, that is actually my y-intercept. So I don't have to find b. So I'm going to do y equals negative 3x plus 7. Okay, if you didn't notice that, you definitely could have just circled one of the points. So I'm just going to show you how we could have worked it the long way and gotten the same answer. So we would have gotten 7 equals negative 3 times 0 plus b. So we'd have 7 equals 0 plus b. If I subtract 0, I still get 7. So even if we worked it up the long way, we would get that answer.